Return your swords to their sheaths, dispel your magic spells, unstring your bows. There's far more important business.
Blood Bowl!
Yes! And our welcome goes out to all of you. Once again, your humble servants are here to bring you the match, live from the ground. You've got to wonder if it's worth playing this match.
Yes, there's a gulf in class between the two sides. Perhaps they're real suckers for punishment.
Very sunny.
Just look at that clear sky, Jim.
Another glorious day, but that blinding sunshine may affect the passing game.
Great! Then maybe the teams will turn their attention to hitting each other. That's it. The ball's in play. There's gonna be trouble. Whoa! Great catch!
The ball stuck to his fingers like a fly sticks to a piece of...
Thanks, Jim, for that detailed analysis.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal. What violence!
Yes! It's a great spectacle, Bob.
Ah! The vampires! At last! A team with class!
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all.
Ouch! Right in the face! The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
That's one regulation clobbering.
Boom! That player goes directly to the dugout.
Well, at least it's not the morgue.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings.
Wallop! right on the spuzzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision. That player's gonna wake up with a serious headache.
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481, when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers. That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
Did you know the Nurgle Rotters went missing in the Sea of Ice in '88?
That's right, Bob. They drifted for years, all the players frozen stiff in huge blocks of ice.
Until some local fishermen boarded the vessel and brought it southwards. Once defrosted, they were quickly back in business.
That's right, Bob. By the time the boat arrived back to shore, the crew had become devoted fans, and the ship's cat transformed into a beast of Nurgle. It looks like nothing can stop the Nurgle's rotters.
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked them senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with.
seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Nurgle, Nurgle, Nurgle. Why are Nurgle teams always so popular, Bob?
Because all their fans are infected, Jim.
Ouch! I think young viewers should close their eyes. This violence is barely acceptable.
Nonsense, Jim. It builds character.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts. The Referees Guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. I don't know if we really like that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face. Opponent down.
This is good sport. Yeehaw! Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done! The ball is in his hands.
Did you know one of the most unsportsmanlike Nurgle teams out there is the Decayed Renegade?
Oh, yeah, Jim. And they have a large appetite for foul play.
Let's hope for some of that action today, Bob.
Indeed, Jim.
That right hook was worthy of a Black Hawk.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim. That's never a nice sight. That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean? Oh, he swatted him like a fly.
More like punched him square in the face, like a fly. We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things. I think he's singing him a lullaby.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch. Look, ready to score.
The players are positioned and we're off.
recovered the ball. Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
If it wasn't for the blood flowing from his nose and mouth, you'd swear he was having a rest. Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
No way. A little elf? Yeah.
That looks like a death to me, Bob.
Well, he really took one to the head. Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
That player's seeing stars now.
Funny for someone that wasn't really that bright. Here we go, Nurgle style again, Bob.
Who can argue with some high-quality infectious foul play, Jim?
Indeed, Bob. Sure is funny to see the opposition trying to stay healthy when they play against a Nurgle team.
That's true, Jim. I think we're lucky commentating and watching the game from afar, Jim.
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow! Jim, I have a question for you. Which team was crowned the worst team ever in the Spike magazine?
The Stresian Vampires.
That's right, Jim, and they all got staked by their fans.
That's all true, Bob, but they re-emerged last year with a new vampire lord, Dracul von Stresian, and they were quickly voted rookie team to watch.
First half over.
Not soon enough for some players, eh, Bob?
A couple of minutes on the life support machine will have him back in perfect condition. And the match can get underway once more. The players have had time to recover and lick their wounds.
That's not all they've been licking, Bob.
Oh, Jim. Charge!
Don't hit me, don't hit me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's an old reflex on hearing the starting whistle. Technically, that was a... Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the Motley Horde, that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one.
I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
He sent him down for a chat with the astrogranite.
Down and quite stunned, apparently.
Oh, a few slaps in the face and anybody can wake up instantly. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly.
All vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob?
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport. Time for some high-quality Blood Bowl gameplay.
If you call fondling thralls and neck-biting as high-quality gameplay, then yes. But not all of us are into that sort of thing, Jim.
Oh, really, Bob? As if propelling snotlings downfield is any different.
Yeah, Jim. Sure is different to me. More blood on the pitch to start with.
That's right, Bob.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one. Well, he took a bad fall, and now that poor player is dead.
Well, duh. Hold still, and then pow! Right in the face.
Looks like he could do with a blood transfusion.
They'll have to cauterize it first.
Corruption so widespread that the Referees Guild has set out rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate. Voila! Right on the schmuzzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on. A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think about it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family. vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob?
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all.
Luckily for him, he's in a coma.
Yeah, but I think it will still be hurting when he comes round in a day or two. That right hook was worthy of a black hawk.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim, something to do with swapped body parts.
Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481, when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers. Not a good career move, that one, Jim.
From a playing point of view, no. But dying on the pitch does boost the sales of your replica shirts and posters. They're getting dangerously close to the end zone. He's got rid of the ball.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
What finish! What style! What perfection!
What a hammer blow! Doesn't look like he'll be getting back on his feet soon.
He should be up before next week's match.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
That's one regulation clobbering. Okay, they've got the upper hand at the moment, but the opposition are not dead yet.
Well, not all of them anyway. Three, two, one,
Bust up!
The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away. He sent him down for a chat with the Astro Granite.
Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts.
Good hand skills. The ball is caught.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded but perfectly legal. If that can get their game going again. I think she's singing him a lullaby. You have to be counted to 10 to be officially knocked out.
In his case, I think that they could count to 5,000, and it wouldn't change a thing.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules? I don't know if he really liked that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle.
They certainly put a lot of energy into it, but if they want to win, they should spend less time pumping iron and more time on their agility game. This team has made terrific progress, as the possession figures show. However, they're still lacking in flair up front, aren't they, Jack?
True, Bob, but if the coach gets out from the stadium alive, I hope that he'll find some way to teach them that playing from side to side is nowhere as effective as playing the ball upfield.
How often does the MVP end up on the losing side?
I don't know, but if it continues like that, he'll be looking for a new team.
I hope that none of the opposition suffers from claustrophobia.
The team kept them confined to their own half.
Own quarter, I'd say. Blood Bowl just ain't what it used to be. Nobody doped to the eyeballs.
It's just not entertainment.
A bit strange, I might say. The ref didn't show one single card during the whole match.
I think somebody sawed his arms off.